Hey there, Fighting Knights fans. My name's Olivia Coiro, and welcome to this week's edition of the Nightly Review. It was an exciting week last week as the Lynn lacrosse team won its first game in program history, 15-3 over Lee's McRae. Brian Keel scored 5 goals, 3 assists in the win, while 4 other Fighting Knights picked up their multi-goal games. I had the opportunity to travel to Atlanta this past weekend with the lacrosse team. Unfortunately, we fell 14-9 to Shorter and 23-4 to Lenore-Rhine. But this week, we kick off Sunshine State Conference play on Wednesday night at Rollins at 7 p.m. Swimming competed in the national championship this past week, where Telly Carmignani finished top 16 in the 1,000 freestyle and 200 backstroke. Tyne Potheater finished top 16 in the 400 breaststroke. As a team, the Fighting Knights finished 31st in the country with only 2 swimmers representing the second-year program. Top-ranked women's golf won the Bison Invitational for their 7th straight tournament victory in Las Vegas, Nevada last week. Jessica Bradley won as an individual, while the Fighting Knights placed 2nd and 3rd as well for the first time in program history. The Fighting Knights battled a tough field filled with Division I teams, and Bradley was named Sunshine State Conference Women's Golfer of the Week for the 2nd time this season. This week, the Fighting Knights participate in the Cincinnati Spring Invitational, where they will look to win their 8th straight tournament. Men's golf finished 5th at the Bobcat Invitational this week. The Fighting Knights shot .597 as a team, improving from a .307 first round to a .290 second round. Keith Green, Elliot Whitley, and Martine Cancino all finished in the top 15 individually. Men's tennis, who is currently 4th in the nation, had a tough week where they went 1-3 with losses to number 3 West Florida, number 2 Armstrong, and number 9 Columbus State. The Fighting Knights beat the second-ranked team in the NAIA, Auburn Montgomery. Without number 17 Vlad Charlie in the lineup, Thomas Prokop stepped up to fill big shoes as a top singles spot, defeating number 9 Pedro Scuciglia of Armstrong and CSU's Marco Almorin. The Fighting Knights will take on Florida Tech on Wednesday afternoon before hosting Hawaii Pacific on Sunday morning. 6th-ranked women's tennis crews do a 3-1 week, with their only loss coming to top-ranked Armstrong on the road. Lynn opened the week with a 6-3 win over number 7 West Florida. They then beat top-ranked Auburn Montgomery of the NAIA 8-1. In their first loss this season, the Fighting Knights lost to the Armstrong Pirates 6-3 on the road before bouncing back with a 6-3 win over number 5 Columbus State. Valentine Confalinieri defeated the number 2 and number 3 singles players in the country, while teaming with Iwana Yvonne to take on the two top 10 teams in doubles. Confalinieri was clear favorite to win the Sunshine State Conference Women's Tennis Player of the Week award for the 2nd time this season. They will face New York Tech on Wednesday, Emory on Thursday, and host Hawaii Pacific on Sunday morning as well. Softball took 1 of 3 from Florida Tech this weekend. The Fighting Knights lost the series opener on a walk-off, but took the first game of Saturday's doubleheader 5-win for their first conference win of the season, before losing the rubber game 4-0. The Fighting Knights host Palm Beach Atlantic on Wednesday for non-conference play, before taking on Eckerd in a 3-game Sunshine State Conference series this weekend. Our baseball team ranks 5th in the country in the latest polls after taking the series from Florida Southern this weekend on the road. The Fighting Knights lost a tough 1-0 game on Friday night to open the series, but bounced back with a doubleheader sweep on Saturday, 11-6 victory in the first game and a 3-1 win in the series finale. The Fighting Knights will host Florida Tech this weekend when they play a doubleheader Friday and a single game on Saturday. It will be another busy week here at Lynn University, so make sure you log on to lynnfightingknights.com to stay updated on news, scores, and statistics. Well, that's all the time I have today, so thanks for tuning into the Nightly Review. I'm your host, Olivia Coiro, and go Fighting Knights!